Hi, how are you today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. So I understand that you are first gen. Can you tell us a little bit about your background, what you do, where you were born?
My name is Amanda Vargas. I started here at KCC in 2018. I also graduated here with my associates and a couple certificates in 2018. I started as a part-time receptionist in Building 9. I also I moved as a full-time receptionist that same year. And then I went to school at OIT while working here full time. While also having 5 kids. I Then after graduating 2 years later at OIT with my bachelor's in business management, I started working in financial aid as a financial aid advisor. And I started my master's program at SOU. And then I graduated 2 years after that, and I started working as the assistant director of financial aid.
Awesome. How exciting. That's quite the journey.
Yes.
What would you say is like your favorite part of being in financial aid and the hardest part of being in financial aid?
My favorite part is probably the people. We are known as the troublemakers of campus, but we have the most fun. I love the people and the environment for sure.
Your team always makes a difference. What were the occupations of your parents or grandparents? Like, what's their background like?
My grandmother she worked in a hospital. My grandfather was a carpenter. And then both my grandfathers were carpenters. And then my grandmother, she worked in a hotel cleaning rooms. And then now she works she has worked for the hospital for almost 30 years now in health insurance for billing. And my dad is now retired. He has worked in construction for many, many years. Yes.
That is a very hard labor. My father is also in construction.
Yes.
So what made it that you wanted to go to college? Why did you decide to go, and how was that decision, taken by your family?
Well, I was born in a not so kind neighborhood in California. It was very filled with drugs and some violence and everything. And that's kind of where my parents grew up and everything. They grew up in Sacramento and everything. So they moved us up here to give me and my brothers a better life and everything. And they wanted me and my brothers to go to school. My 2 brothers one chose millwork. The other one is a manager at Holiday Jewelry. And me, I have always loved school. Why? I don't know. I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess.
Yeah, we all are.
But I wanted to pursue higher education. And so my parents basically told me, we can't help you there, but more power to you, my child.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. So with not having a little bit of that support, what was the hardest part for you of being first generation?
The hardest part was basically, I've said this in a prior interview with KCC Spin, was creating my own support system because my parents didn't know which end was up when it came to college at all. With financial aid, with classes, which degree to pick or anything like that. So I basically had to create my own path.
Understandable. My story's a little bit similar to that, so I feel you there. Is there any advice that you could give to current or potential first generation students that are coming into college?
Of course. Ask questions. And when it comes to getting things done, it is never too early. Those that are in high school, I would suggest coming in or utilizing the resources that are available to you. When we come visit high schools, always listen because we have some advising available, and like financial aid comes and visits. Always listen because we go and we visit and you see those kids messing around and everything, but always use that information to your advantage.
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like sometimes they feel like it's so far out
Yeah.
that they're like, oh, I'll come back to this.
Yeah.
So I think one last thing that would be kind of nice to know would be, it's like, what kind of personal sacrifices do you feel you made to complete your education? And for you, were they worth it?
I would say the one-on-one time with my kids, for sure, because my eldest really got the brunt of it because my youngest really didn't notice. The two of them were kind of just, meh, mom's doing her homework, but my oldest daughter, she was kind of like, mom's shutting herself in a room to do her homework, and she was very bummed all the time. And I think it was worth it in the end because now I have the ability to do more things with her, and we're not struggling, because I have a better job, and I'm now showed her what it is to have a better education and everything. And now she has these huge goals about going to college. Her being a freshman now, she has these high goals about going to college and having this amazing career and everything. And I'm super, super proud of her.
How exciting. Will she be a Badger one day, maybe?
I'm really hoping so.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get to see her out here. We appreciate you coming in and sharing with us. Thank you.
Thank you.